Hey guys, so I just got back from seeing the Fantastic Four First Steps, the new attempt at making a Fantastic Four. Actually, technically, the first attempt by the MCU to make a new Fantastic Four movie. Um, I mean, there's been many fucking uh, tries to do it, and I'll get into that in a bit, before in a second. But first things first. As you can see, uh, if you watched my previous videos, I was in a splint. Now I got a little bit of a brace. It's a lot less. I Good news is nothing's broken. Bad news is I might have torn tendons. I don't know. That is to be determined. I still got a few weeks before I find that out. So that's the bad news on that end. But man, oh man, has just since I did my last reviews, has just been one crazy ass week. Before I get into anything, I want to talk about two things. One, Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy, I wanted to actually, I have a shirt of Ozzy on my in my house. I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony last year, as I live near Cleveland, and he died, or when I heard he was getting inducted, I bought my tickets right off the fucking bat. It's paid a lot of money and had to sit for 6 hours of the 6.5 hours of the ceremony, but it was worth it just to see him get inducted. It was just to get to honor the man. It was, in my opinion, one of the greatest of all time. I love the hell out of Ozzy. He I was devastated on Tuesday when I heard the news that Ozzy died. I'm still bummed the hell out. It ruined my whole day. Like Sunday, I break my hand. Tuesday, then on Tuesday I find out Ozzy's goddamn fucking dead, and I'm like, it really ruined like everything for me. Like I was bummed out. I sat and listened to Ozzy. I think everybody did like all day. Love the hell out of the dude. Never will be another kind of musician like him. And he lived a hell of a life. And it just, man, bummed me out. And I thought, well, can't get any worse. And then yesterday happened, and I got the news about Hulk Hogan. And I don't know if you see this. This is a Cody Rhodes T-shirt, not a Hulk Hogan shirt, but a Cody Rhodes T-shirt. And if anybody knows me, anybody knows anything, anybody doesn't know anything about me, there are three things I love in this world that I could talk endlessly about. One is movies, obviously. That's why I started this channel. Two, basketball, NBA basketball, and three, pro wrestling. And what do you say about Hulk Hogan? It's Hulk Hogan. He's the biggest name there ever was in professional wrestling, bar none, other than maybe The Rock or Stone Cold. And he's a very complicated guy. I know. And it's kind of hard to talk about him, but for a lot of people, and I know it's like, yeah, a lot of people have mixed feelings. But if you're one of those people that fucking celebrating his death, you're an asshole. Just to tell you that right off the bat. But I get that he hurt a lot of people and upset a lot of people, and I understand that. You cannot not acknowledge the stuff that is past. But I grew up a Hulk Hogan fan. He was the reason I got into wrestling, watching wrestling. Um, and I wouldn't be, my love for wrestling wouldn't have started if I didn't watch because of Hulk Hogan. God bless Hulk Hogan. God bless Ozzy. It's been a rough week as far as for a lot of people, and I was like, well, hopefully this movie, new Fantastic Four, can cheer me up. Okay, let's talk about Fantastic Four. Enough about the. Uh, I went and saw this at 8:30 in the goddamn morning. It's like 11, 12 or noon. It's noon right now. I went and saw this 8:30 in the morning. No, I think this might be the earliest I've ever seen a movie in my life. There was like nobody there. It was perfect. There's like maybe two other people that were crazy enough like me to go see it at 8:30 in the morning. Um, I was looking forward to this because, well, I mean, yeah, there's been many attempts to make it Fantastic Four, and every one of them have failed, including the last one, which I reviewed on this channel 10 years ago, and I believe I called it the worst superhero movie I've ever seen. I still stand by that. That movie was horrible. um, but this is the MCU's first attempt to make Fantastic Four. And so far, when MCU finally gets the rights to something they haven't had the rights to, they usually do it correct. Like they did that with Spider-Man, they did it with a lot of different people. So I had hopes. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. I enjoyed the hell out of it. After having a rough week, this is definitely the booster that I needed. Um, I generally love the chemistry between the main cast of this movie. I thought everybody worked in the roles they were given. I thought they felt like an actual family. They did a. I am all on board with Pedro Pascal being the new leader of basically the Avengers. From what I've been told, that is what it's going to be from here on out. It makes sense to me. I'm fine with it. He's a pretty damn good Mr. Fantastic. Vanessa Kirby is very good as Invisible Woman. Uh, I don't know the other two guys' names that plays the thing in Human Torch. Human Torch was distracting to me because he's good in the movie. I'm not saying he's not good in the movie, but he's distracting to me because I don't know if I'm the only one. Maybe I'm the only one who said this. He looks like a young Robert Downey Jr., and for obvious reasons, if you know what's coming in the future, that is pretty funny. Look, seriously, I want somebody to pull up an image of a young Robert Downey Jr. like from the '80s and pull up a picture of this dude and kind of compare the two. It's kind of funny. I was like, I was just baffled. Like, I was like, maybe I'm the only one who's, maybe I'm crazy. And like, I haven't been on like pain medicine or anything like that, and I'm loopy. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one. Um, I thought they were all good. I like that this movie goes the route that a lot of movies have been doing lately, superhero movies been doing lately, especially ones that everybody knows the story about, the origin story, and like there are certain superheroes you don't need a super origin story. That goes for like Superman, Spider-Man, Batman. I don't ever need to see an origin story ever again, especially after Batman. Batman Begins was such a great origin story. You can't do anything else to that. And they did their own spin on the origin story, and it was like you can't do it. Like there can't be anyone better to do it. So Fantastic Four, I'd put in the same category. I think most people know the story of Fantastic Four and how they got their powers and yada yada yada. It's the same thing that we've heard a million times before in movies, comic books. They're one of the most famous comic books stories there is. So I have zero problem. And the fact that like this movie takes place literally 4 years after they got their powers. And so they've been like a team for 4 years and they're like well loved and celebrities in this world. And like it's like basically this movie is basically a sequel to a movie that never got made. And like it's kind of like what a lot of people compare the recent Superman to. Is like because like you get clips of like what would have been other movies like Mole Man is a character that happened. They've already fought before. That was pretty funny. It was played by Paul Walter Hauser. I was like, that's pretty fascinating. That like one of the more famous villains they've ever had is already a character in like is already they've already fought. And it's kind of now their kind of like ally. That's kind of interesting. I do give this movie credit. It takes a little bit of balls to like within the first movie to feature both the Silver Surfer and Galactus, like the two most famous villains the Fantastic Four, other than one obvious person that's coming later, um, like yeah, it's like you already got Galactus and Silver Surfer, which just fucking kills my idea of what I had for what you do for the future MCU movies, which was eventually the last big bad had to be, I thought was going to be Galactus, and that was going to be like the end of the MCU or something like that. That's the way you could kind of end the MCU for a while, is if you kind of just, that would be your last big bad the Avengers phase. Well, I guess that fuck idea is out the window now. Although by the end of it, there's a way. By the end of this movie, there's a way that if they wanted to bring him back, he could be a big bad if they want to do it again. I'm fine with that. Galactus is pretty damn good at this. Uh, like for a character that's been built up, like I didn't read the comics, but I've been told like Galactus is a really big, villain. He's not like he's not as good as like Thanos was in this one, like in the Avengers Infinity War Endgame or anything like that. But he's a pretty damn good villain. He's not like one of the best ones I've seen, but it's mainly just CGI, just a big CGI. But he's a big threat. Although I do, spoiler alert, kind of like iffy on how he's defeated. I'll just say that. Um, spoiler alert. I mean, it's not a. I don't think it's really much a spoiler that because like there's no really big stakes for me. That's one big problem in the movies. There's no big stakes in that you don't ever feel like anybody's in danger. The main reason is because everybody from the main cast of this movie is basically been casted already for the next Avengers movie. So you know there's no big stakes that nobody's going to die before that movie happens. So yeah. So anyways, also I do want to say I thought their iteration of Silver Surfer was really good too. I thought they did a good. They gave her a pretty good story, origin story. They kind of tried to develop her pretty well. It's kind of goofy watching her. Basically, Johnny Storm has the hots for her because she's a girl. I mean, I'm sure people have a problem with the fact that it's a girl playing the Silver Surfer. I know I guess it's like a different version or something. I don't know. That's in the comics. Um, and but they kind of give her an origin story, and I actually like that with the story they gave her, and they kind of gave her a little bit of character more than they did in like the last version of Silver Surfer that they did, like back in 2007. At least this Galactus isn't just a big giant fart cloud. Like that's what the fucking like that was what Galactus was in the last one. So at least we get something not like that this time. Galactus is like this giant fucking god. Um, my favorite thing of this movie, the reason why I was like, that I was enjoying the movie for the most part. There's a lot of silliness about the movie, like Invisible Woman giving birth in space and like zero gravity. That was fucking goofy. The CGI, there is some bad CGI in this movie. There is for this bad CGI of the baby, which obviously the baby, like especially the zero gravity, you have to have a CGI baby, but it's pretty bad looking sometimes. Then there's like somebody said, Mr. Fantastic. It's hard to do it, Mr. Fantastic, and make it look good. And it's kind of the same with this because trying to make a person look stretchy just looks cartoony regardless. It's gonna look cartoon. It's no exception here. There's multiple scenes, especially towards the end, where like that looks so bad. It's like it looks really bad. But and that's the risk they take when they make Fantastic Four. My favorite part of this movie, 100%, uh, is the plot or the plan that they initial plan that they have to defeat Galactus. Or well, not really defeat Galactus, but to trick Galactus. So I'm gonna get into a little bit of spoilers, so get going. It's not really major spoilers, but so basically the plot I think they've said it's been this was revealed in like I think some commercials, so I was spoiled this. Basically Galactus wants Mr. Fantastic and the Visible Girl's baby. In exchange he will um not devour Earth. And obviously that's not like they don't take that very well. And my although it doesn't result in my favorite response is that so they go back to Earth and they tell everybody, the whole press and everybody, yeah, we didn't. His demands were too high, and they're like, "What was his demands?" They're like, he wanted our baby, and everybody basically had this exact response that pretty much anybody that's realistic, especially nowadays in today's society, everybody's like, "Fuck your baby, fucking give him your baby." And that made me laugh so fucking hard. It was basically everybody's response: "Fuck your baby, he will live." and and so they come up with an alternate plan, a plan to not defeat Galactus, but trick him because they realize there probably isn't realistically a way to defeat Galactus. He's a god, and they're not gods. So their idea, I swear on a fucking stack of Bibles, their plan is to early on they Mr. Fantastic develops a thing that where he can teleport something things. Like initially, all he can teleport is an egg. He gets this great idea. I swear to fucking God, to teleport the planet Earth. When they said that, I was like, no. To which somebody asked the most obvious question: teleport it to where? To which he said, I don't know. Like, what? It's like I have so many goddamn questions. It's so like the results of like the subplot, of, like the whole world, like, like going around and trying to develop these like pillars that would help teleport the whole planet Earth. I swear to God, this is what happens. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I was so mad because I figured the plan wasn't going to work. But in my mind, I was like, I want to see this happen, this plan work. I want to see it, where this goes because there's so many fucking crazy shit about the idea of them teleporting the planet Earth. It's just baffling. But it's just so goofy that like I love this movie now. That's when I got to that point. I was like, I love this movie now. Um, but obviously their plan don't work, and that made me kind of sad because I wanted to see that their plan actually work. I mean, I figured it wasn't because it was like not even halfway for the movie. So yeah, that was pretty fun. Also, Natasha Lyonne's in the movie. That was cool. I'm glad she's been making a comeback as late. I haven't watched a lot of her TV shows that she's been involved in. She's always been a great actress. I always loved the hell out of her. So it's cool to see her pull Walter Hauser. As far as mid credits scene, basically just stay for the mid credits. End credits is always the goofy little add on. Mid credits is kind of what you expect it's going to be, but they kind of cheat a little bit. Um, it's a cameo, kind of cameo that you expect is going to happen to set up a big movie that's about to come up. Um, and yeah, it's like I did everybody. I was kind of let down because I wanted a little bit more, but yeah, it was kind of just teasing you a little bit. I'm fine with it. Don't I get why they did it. But yeah, I had a fun time with this movie after like the week I've had. Like, man, you know what? I needed that. Thank you, Fantastic Four. It was not that bad. Um, I give it a, I'll give it a B, easy B. B plus. I'll give it a B. It's like yeah, it's a damn good movie. I had a lot of fun with it. It's definitely the best Fantastic Four movie yet, easily. Easily. God. Yeah, easily. I had more fun with this one. I haven't watched the old ones from like 2005, 2010. I remember not hating the one from 2005 that bad. But yeah, from what I remember, yeah, I like this one better. Um, I, oh yeah. So like we we get a special trailer that was I actually did get spoiled, but I forgot about it. So when there's a like the trailers end and the movie's about to start, you know at what point the movie's about to start, and they play another trailer, and I'm like, oh, okay, are they gonna like show us the first footage of like Doomsday, the Avengers Doomsday, maybe the new Spider-Man, I don't know, something cool like that, and then they played a trailer for the new Avatar, and I went, oh, why? Like, no, it's like, ah, fuck, I forgot that's coming out this year. God, why are these movies still a fucking thing? Can we stop giving the James Cameron money so he can stop making these terrible movies? I hate the fucking Avatar movies. That's coming out in December. And this one has got Fire Tribe this time. Ah, fuck you, I don't care. I don't care. It looks pretty, but even from the trailer, it was boring as hell. Like it was a long trailer too, but it was boring as hell. God, I don't care. I don't care. Is there anybody in the world that actually cares about Avatar? Like it has to be because it's making shitloads of money. God damn it. Why the that damn Avatar? Like I could have got like a special look at like Avengers. Like I'm sure they're shooting something with Doomsday. They could have gave us something. Instead, I got fucking Avatar. God damn it! Like that made me mad. That just made me mad. Honestly, um, that's the only thing I was mad about. But yeah, that's as far as Fantastic Four goes. Uh, so this week we have four other movies: House on Eden, Bambi the Reckoning, uh, Oh Hi, and The House. That's what's on. Be having reviews of all four of those eventually, sometime this week. And until then, I'll talk to you guys later.